Hello again. Today we're going to be continuing our Rubytk tutorials. So this one I thought would be a pretty good way to show you how TK works, as well as making something that's a little bit easier for people who are new into Retropie, new to Raspberry Pi, and wanting to install Raspbian and Retropie. So we're going to make a installer program that does most of the manual installation of Retropie and open up the Retropie menu script for us to interact with it without having to touch the command line. So to begin, let's open up our Rubytk folder and make a empty file. While that's loading up, close out. That's not what we wanted. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's not it. Not the page we wanted. So this one. The image, running the image to the SD card and what we want. Here we go. So this page, GitHub page, shows you how to manually install Retropie when you have Raspbian or any other Debian Linux operating system. So what this does is it downloads everything that you need and opens up the Retropie setup script to allow you to install it. So this is what we're going to need in order to build our program. First thing we want to do is put in our shebang line. And then we want to require TK. Alright, so let's go ahead and start our define niche. I spelled it wrong. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and set up our packing layout. So I'm going to use P1. You can have this set up, have your variable set up named or whatever you want, but this part needs to be a variant of this. So pad x, we want to make equal to greater than, we'll use 10, and then pad y. Okay, so what this does, I'm going to go ahead and add side top. Okay, so when we use the packing method of P1, everything will pack from the top. We'll start at the top and then come down, and it will give us a padding spacing from left to right with pad X is 10 pixels by pad Y, which is top to bottom, of 10 pixels. And then we can add some more here, like we'll go ahead and make P2 equals side left pad X. We'll make this one 5 pixels. To 10. And we'll go ahead and make one more. Just to make everything look nice. Okay, so we got our padding set up and our packing set up. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and create our root window. We'll call, you can name this whatever. We'll just stick with root just to make this a little easier. TK new title. And then we can make our frames. So we can make, we're going to use F1 for frame 1 equals TK frame dot new. We want this to go on root. And then we can pack this one to P1. Frame 2, we'll do the same thing. TK dot new root, and then again pack, but this time we're going to pack it to P3. So this one will be at the bottom. And then root geometry equals, again this is by pixels, so we can go, we'll go ahead and make it 100 by 200. So this right here generates our window with our frames. This gives us our body to work with. Come on down. The next thing we want to do is add some functionality to it. So we can do this by labels, tell us a set of instructions. So we can go greeting equals new. We want this one to be in frame 1. And we're going to pack this as pack 1. And yep, okay. So set up dot new and then tk dot main loop. Okay, so let's check out and see what this does. Ruby Retropie $.rb. Syntax error. Expecting on line 20. Okay, let's check out where we missed one. Oh, yep, right here. And here's our window. Okay. Let's go back. Now, we don't need to have a lot of functionality to this, so we're going to keep this as easy as possible. Our next one, we're going to add a button. So, equals tk button dot new, and we're going to add this to our frame 1. Text install Retropie. Leave a space for our command, and then we're going to add, well, we can do that here in a minute. Don't want to throw an error. So we're going to pack this to P1, close that bracket, make sure everything's looking right. There we go. As you can see, we now have a button. Now let's make a command for this button. So up here, we can go ahead and add, let's see, install equals procedure, and we can call this one install retro. So we have a procedure up here. Down here, we want to add command install retro. Now this does, as it stands, this will throw an error. We have to define what install retro is. So down here, we're going to type define install retro, and then here's going to be where we're going to put our commands for the installation process. So let's go ahead and pull it up what we need. So this is assuming if you have a brand new fresh installed Raspbian and you don't have any updates yet. So this tells you to run the update. It tells you to make sure you update and upgrade first. You don't have to worry about that. And we don't have to worry about this because this is there just in case you don't have the git clone or allow you to use the git clone or GitHub in the terminal. So we don't need that. What we do need is this right here. Copy. So in here we're going to type in first we'll make sure that we are in cd dir.chdr home pi. And that needs to be in quotations. Oops. Not right there. Right there. Thanks. Into that. So this ensures that we are going to be in the home pi directory when we go to run system, and then we can paste our command right here. Let's see. So when that gets done, we can have, let's see. Yep, when that gets done, we can go dir.chdr home, oops, root home pi retro pi retro pi setup. And then we can tell it to go to system, and then tell it to go sudo pi setup.sh. Okay, so with this system right here, and then we can end it out. So this is how easy it is to do this. So when we go to click on the install Retropie button, it will run the command install retro, which we command install. So when we run the install command, it will run the procedure install retro, which is defined here. So when we click it, it will open up the directory, change the directory to the root home pi directory. Then it will do the git clone, install everything that it needs for Retropie, change into the directory, and then automatically open up the Retropie setup script. There's one thing that we forgot to add. And that is the chmod right here. So we can copy this, and then we can add system, and there we go. So we can even add another button just for functionality. I will call this retro setup equals proc start setup. What we can do with this, make another definition, define, start, setup. With this, we can go dir.ch, dir. We can copy this command down to here, and then copy, paste. End. So, what this will do, we can come over here and then make a new button. Button 2 equals tk button dot new 1 text. Add our command of retro setup, and then pack p1. Save. So let's check out what this does. Okay, we have initialize constant, uninitialized constant, retro. Okay. It needs to be a variable, not a constant. Ah. Yeah, start setup, retro setup. Where's the error? Line 21. Let's see, line 21. Oh, command. Bam. Okay, we'll just call this setup. Ah. Nope, that's right. That's what was the, okay. I think that was the TK. Oh. Oh. Sorry for keep hitting the mic there. That needs to be capitalized. Alright. Now it should work. Okay, so I'm not going to hit the run Retropie because I already have it installed, and well, I don't want to throw an error, so we'll take that, we'll fix that here in a minute. But if we run Retropie setup, we can check that, and as we can see, it started right up. Exit. Do it again. Double check it. And we're good. So what else can we add? Well, we're going to go ahead and add one more button. Button 3 equals TK button.new, and then we're going to add this one to frame 2. Text exit, and then command So what does this do? What did I forget? Where did I forget it? Right there. Save. I did that right. Didn't I? Let's double check. Exit button, text exit. Ah. So, as you can see with the frame 2, we have the exit button at the bottom instead of stacking on top of each other. And we, what do I have? There's an error. Setup exit, backtrace. Check it again. Really? Okay. Ah. There we go. Okay, so how we're going to fix this so it won't throw an error or mess with anything if you already have Retropie installed. Well, this is actually pretty easy. So up here we want to go ahead and add a define retro installed equals, well, no, there we go. Let's see. Rubytk. You know what? I'll start this up as a second tutorial as a part 2. So close all of this out. Save. That way I can break this up and it won't be like 40 minutes long. So I will see you here in a minute.